This is information about all the attractions Willow Creek has to offer. The Murder Museum, the crime scene route including a flying visit to the pub, and a group photo in front of the castle. I don't really want to know anymore. The Willow Creek Telegraph. The guests need to be kept up to date with what the murderer is up to. A big trolley for the masses of baggage the tourists that flock through here have with them. Murray always did have a bit of a tendency towards delusions of grandeur. Blackmere Castle in poster format. I wonder who would hang this kind of thing above their bed.
There's nothing for you in there. That's my office. There's nothing in there for you.
The room looks almost exactly the same as the other one I had 3 weeks ago. I bet Murray got a discount on the interior decoration. The only thing I brought with me from Boston is a jacket, and I keep that on day and night. This thing is completely useless to me. A couple of standard pictures from a catalog hanging on the otherwise bare wall. A couple of standard pictures. An antiquated thing for antiquated backsides. Views of Willow Creek. At least it's better than portraits of my bloodthirsty relatives. They've covered up the ugly gray carpet with an even uglier beige carpet. Great idea. There's only atmospheric noise. You probably have to pay extra to get TV channels. The floor plan of the hotel. All of the rooms are drawn on it. Murray's office is right next to my room. The floor plan of the hotel. Lifted clean off its hinges. They were probably broken. Back there's just a little sitting area. 2 armchairs, a table, a shelf with books. Boring. Rucksack with a contorted image of my father's face on it. I'm not sure Murray's actually allowed to sell crap like this. Whatever, I'll sue him for that later. First of all, let's see what's inside. Empty. I don't think I still need the rucksack. I'll stash it in my hotel room while I'm at it. A lighter with Samuel's face on it. I could probably laugh about it if it wasn't my own father. One of Murray's merchandise articles. A blood-splattered plastic knife. Great for Halloween, especially in combination with a Samuel Gordon mask. Plastic soul key, check. Batteries, none. Murray tight ass, check. While I'm here, I may as well put away the stuff I don't want to carry around with me. bowl of apples. Probably poisoned. Murray, my favorite hotelier. Obliging, helpful, polite, and always on the lookout to maximize his profits on the back of crime. Hi, Murray.
Oh, the esteemed Mr. Michaels. What's on your mind?
Do you know the inspector, Mr. Spooner?
Oh, yes, I certainly do. He was here twice. Took half the hotel apart. A terribly inconsiderate fellow. But good for business, too. How often, as a tourist, do you have the chance to see this kind of an investigation firsthand? Unfortunately, he confiscated all of your and Miss Angelina's personal effects. Means I can only display replicas in the museum.
What bad luck. So, anything exciting happen?
You mean, apart from Miss Valley's murder and the castle burning down and 3 people losing their lives? Well, the fair's finished. In its place, we now have a new exhibition in the Willow Creek Museum of Modern Murder. It's opening in a few days. Oh, you should definitely see that. It's worth it.
Oh yeah. For you? Most definitely. This photo of me that you've pictured.
Only a small favour. A tiny exertion on your part. Nothing huge. You just have to smear yourself with a little blood and swing a knife about. In a scary sort of way, of course.
Well, naturally. Oh, and best naked under a full moon by the lighthouse, yeah?
You're the pro. I trust your aesthetic sense completely.
Who's guaranteeing that you won't immediately run to the cops with it?
And what would I get out of that? You're judging me completely wrongly. Anyway, anyone would see that it's completely staged. I don't want anything authentic, rather something somewhat stylized, like for a movie poster.
You want to make a poster out of it?
I'm thinking more of a life-sized cardboard figure for the hotel entrance. Well, if you wouldn't have anything against that.
Do what you want. Just make sure you change your statement at the police station.
Understood.
But you know I had nothing to do with the fire, don't you?
Yes, well, according to the papers...
Yeah, the British tabloid press is world-renowned for its believability.
Well, of course, they don't always have the whole truth in there, but the headlines do help me to keep the hotel going.
In this case, at my expense. The woods around Willow Creek are pretty gloomy.
The woods are quite exceptional, I'll have you know. Full of ghosts and demons, if you like to believe the local folklore. The perfect backdrop for all of the grisly murders that have happened here and are, regrettably, yet to come.
You can hardly wait, right?
I've lived here long enough to know that patience is a virtue.
Why don't you go out and kill a few people yourself if you're so hot on it all?
I'm a businessman, not a murderer. A small but absolutely fine distinction, Mr. Michaels.
See you, Murray.
Back to work.
What have we got here? Bloody greetings from the murder village. See Blackmere Castle and die. Hello and goodbye with the Gordons. Quite a one-sided selection of cards. There are a few steps leading down behind the hotel. To the river, I reckon. Wasting water like that wouldn't really be Murray's style. I guess it's rainwater that's pumped up again and again. The sign says Willow Creek Museum. Murray hopes to attract tourists that way. There's a poster hanging here. We're rebuilding for you. Soon will be even more spectacular. Experience the horror up close and personal. Reopening on the 1st of December. That's in a few days' time. I don't want to disturb her. There's Bobby, the village idiot. Well, no, that's being unfair. He's pretty much the nicest guy for miles around. Hello, Bobby.
Oh, hi, Darren. Is it true that you're evil now?
No, Bobby, you don't need to be scared. I'd never do anything to anyone.
The others said that you set fire to the castle.
You shouldn't believe everything people tell you, Bobby. I'm innocent. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's what Tom says all the time too. Okay, Darren. I believe you.
Tell me, Bobby, do you know the village policeman?
Yeah, but I don't like him. Tom doesn't like him either.
Are you working here now?
Yeah, but not for money, but for Denise. She's my new girlfriend. I help her out.
And what does Edward have to say about that?
Nothing. He gives me a cloth and a wash bucket.
I get it. Aren't you working in the museum anymore?
No. Mrs. Puff sent me away.
The mayoress sent you away? How come she did that?
I didn't take enough care, she said. I did lose the key.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. And is Denise happy you're helping her out?
Yeah, she gives me muffins and chocolate.
That's kind of her.
But I don't want to have it for nothing. I'll pay for it later. I don't want her to get into trouble.
That's nice of you, Bobby. You really like her then?
Oh, yeah. Denise is much prettier than Mrs. Puff. She's even more beautiful than the sun.
The waiter, Edward, is he pleased that you're helping her as well?
He'd send me away, but I always came back. Then he said that if I make myself useful, I can stay. I'm not allowed to just sit and stare at Denise, because people would get scared of me. I don't like it if people are scared of me.
I don't like that either.
Edward said as well that if I touch a cake, then I'll have to eat it. And they don't give me coffee anymore because it makes me ill.
Do you know the old lady who left so quickly earlier?
That's old Dorothy. She's funny. She always comes here and picks up old cakes. She gives them to goats. I like goats.
What's your brother Tom up to then?
I don't know. He's not around much right now. But that's good too. He said he's going to kill you if he finds you.
I'd better be going.
Okay, Darren.
Later. I've asked all I want to know for the moment. I better not go in there right now, or Denise will bar me from the place. Looks comfortable, unlike the chairs. I've no idea where that path leads. Before I get myself lost in the woods, I'd rather stay on the road. That's actually a no parking sign, but I guess in this context it means stay out. There's barbed wire attached to the wooden gate. Someone's got something against unwanted visitors. That's barbed wire. It was invented to block foot soldiers. Once you get caught up in it, the barbs rip dozens of cuts into your body. The more you try to free yourself, the worse it gets. And slowly but surely you bleed to death. I'm not gonna risk it. That's the more you try to free yourself. A locked gate made of rotten planks. The barbed wire and the sign are nailed to the gate. That means you can open or close it from the other side without touching the barbed wire. No. I don't feel like getting barbed wire wrapped around my legs. Aimlessly wander through the woods? No thanks. The last time I did that, I got arrested for arson and murder. Aimlessly wander through the woods? No thanks. The spiral staircase is completely decayed. The lighthouse hasn't been used for ages. I found Miss Valley's corpse here. Yes, right here. But there's no evidence of the crime to be seen. Next spring, lovers will be back here, looking out at the sea, arm in arm. An old, abandoned lighthouse. It must have collapsed many years ago. Fine English cliffs. Gray and steep. Perfect for bringing your life to an end. The North Sea. This is where England stops. An English sky that no travel brochure could ever do justice to. Whoever drives here with a car is either quite brave or quite stupid. A silent witness to the destruction. It won't be long until it's gone, too. The shed has also been destroyed. Now it's even uninhabitable for Ralph. The stairs originally led to the first floor. Now there's nothing there. A huge pile of rubble is all that's left of the entrance to the academy. I can consider myself lucky that I got out of there in one piece. A huge pile of rubble is all that's left of the entrance to the academy. I can consider myself lucky that I got out of there in one piece. Half of a huge archway. The academy must have been an impressive building. All the warnings, the barbed wire, that has to make this path incredibly interesting. I'd really like to know what's behind all that. First it was on the tree, and now it's on the ground. That's what you call the fall. Dead branches on a dead tree. Looking at that makes you feel much more alive. A busted signpost. You can hardly make out what he used to say. That's the road to Wormhill, Willow Creek's neighboring village. Well, village is a little bit of an exaggeration, but at least there's a church there. I don't want to walk there, though, while I have no reason to. Spectacular backdrop, huh? But as I'm already here, I ought to look in on Lady Victoria and ask how she's doing. A huge lump of stone. I'm no geologist, but it doesn't look like it grew here. It's apparently a survivor of the Bronze Age, like the things at Stonehenge. It's certainly decorative. The castle looks really threatening from here. The castle looks really threatening from here. The castle looks really threatening. The gate is locked shut. One of 3 nymphs that guard the castle and are supposed to provide light. Old Bates used to use the nymphs as a mnemonic device. In Greek mythology, nymphs often accompany superior divinities. They were seen as the benevolent spirits of trees, grottos, or important places. Well, that's my knowledge of nymphs pretty much exhausted. An empty letterbox. An empty letterbox. Is it just me, or has nature taken its course at an amazing rate here over the last few weeks? Oh, we've got a new doorbell with an intercom system.
Who's there?
My name's Adrian Gordon. I'd like to see Lady Victoria, please. Hello?
Come in, Mr. Gordon. Lady Victoria has just woken up.
Yes, of course.
Please excuse the chaos. The builders are working on the renovations.
You're looking after Lady Victoria?
Yes, I'm a trained nurse of your...
Great-grandmother.
I take care of all of your great-grandmother's needs.
Thank you, Miss...
Antolini. Sister Antolini.
Thank you, Sister Antolini. Can I just ask you something? Do you think that being in the middle of a construction site is the right place for such an old lady?
Lady Victoria was most insistent that she be moved back into the castle. She said that she'd been born here and that she wanted to die here. And the walls here are rather thick. She doesn't hear that much. At least she hasn't complained as of yet.
How is Lady Victoria?
As well as can be expected. She's not speaking to me, unfortunately. Perhaps you'll have better luck.
Oh God, looks like a death chamber in here. I can feel a chill right to my heart. I can only hope Victoria gets better soon. A room screen. It's supposed to be a barrier to prying eyes. There are lots of cupboards. This is probably Victoria's dressing room. A plush stool. Like lots of things in this room, it's red. A bit of a deja vu moment. About 4 weeks ago, I was standing at my foster mom's sickbed. These machines were there too. There's even a button to call the nurse here as well.
What's happened?
Nothing. I hit the button by mistake. But now that you're here... Miss Antolini, Lady Victoria isn't speaking at all. Can't she talk anymore?
Well, she does. I hear her sometimes through the closed door, cursing and praying. Praying, mostly. I rather believe that she doesn't want to talk anymore. After everything that's happened. Too sad. I'd hoped you could break through the misery. You're her great-grandson, Adrian, Samuel's son, aren't you?
Yes, I am. The only one. And the last one, too. How do you know that? Has Lady Victoria told you about me?
Well, not directly. You know, she's not been speaking to anyone. But, as I said, I hear her cursing sometimes. And then you get mentioned rather often. I'm sorry, Mr. Gordon. I'll leave you both together now.
A huge oak bed. Presumably it used to be William's and Victoria's bed. William died more than 12 years ago. If you look out there, you might think it's deepest winter. Or has that more to do with the chill here in the room? Reminds me of Lady Eleanor's castle in Wales, but during better days. When Tom was holding me prisoner there 3 weeks ago, it was already half sunk in the marsh. A shelf with books, souvenirs, and caskets on it. Huh, probably full of memories. Hairbrushes, makeup utensils, creams, Victoria's cosmetic stuff. Huh, there's some pretty big fish being gutted in this picture. It's signed W. Gordon, 1921. I wonder if William painted it. A small casket. Victoria probably keeps her jewelry in it. A small casket. A picture of a woman in white. Looks like a kind of wedding dress. That's William's name at the bottom in the corner. My great-grandfather must have painted it. Victoria, my great-grandmother, and the only member of my family I've got left. Is that supposed to be Victoria in her younger years? Weird. She looks like Angelina. Or is that the other way around? Same genes after all. Is that supposed to be Hello, Victoria? It's me, Adrian. Did you put up the bail for me? Are you being well looked after? Victoria, are you okay? Victoria, I need your help. Really. The police don't believe me. How can I make them understand that I'm Adrian Gordon when the name Darren Michaels is printed in my passport? Victoria, you're the only one who can help me. Please. I'm sorry about what happened to Bates, Eleanor, and Sally. It must be awful for you.
Adrian, tell me the truth. Was it you? Did you start the fire?
No, Victoria, it wasn't me. It was Lewis. He did what Angelina told him to do. She was behind all the murders. It was her who also lured me here because she needed me for, well, you know, the curse which only affects the male Gordons. She wanted to achieve what Samuel was trying to prevent. She was possessed by it. She lied to me, to all of us.
What's all that, Adrian? You sound like a coward. It wasn't me. It was Angelina. Why should I believe you? Why have you come here at all? Things were going well for you in America. If you'd only just stayed there, Bates would still be alive. Eleanor, Catherine, Miss Valley. You're too weak. You can't stand up to Mordred. His ghost rides you like a child rides a rocking horse. Since you've turned up, there's been nothing but calamity. Just disappear again, Adrian. Do me a favor and go back to where you came from before the other half of the castle goes up in flames.
What have you done to her?
Nothing at all. I've been talking with her, that's all.
You'd better go now. Your great-grandmother needs peace and quiet.
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't want that. I'm sorry.
Just go, please.
That went well. Now, it's not just everyone in the village that hates me, but the only remaining member of my family, too. Real good job, Darren. If I wasn't already doing it, I'd be signing up for therapy right away. That's the road to, well, village. I don't want to walk there, though. I've no idea where that... I don't want to disturb her. Who should I call?
Jones and Partners Chambers. Please leave your name and telephone number. We're in your corner.
I wouldn't know why I'd want to start a guest book. I'm definitely not writing my name in there. A telephone. A telephone. I don't need that. I'm already in my own horror film. up there is Dr. Joyce Winterbottom's practice. It's very cozy. I don't want to disturb her. Looks like a few kids have had a party here. Bates would go bananas if he could see all this. An empty letterbox. The castle looks really threatening. Oh well, here goes nothing. A photo of me in front of the castle. That'll have to do for Murray. So there, you've got your stupid photo. Happy?
Oh, I can hardly recognize a thing.
Me in front of the castle as agreed? Okay, off to the cops, Murray.
I'm sure you know how important my exonerating statement in the Valley murder case is.
Murray!
Okay, I'll take it.
First, go to the police station.
All right, then, I'll go today. I'm an honourable businessman.
And I'm a possessed madman.
I suggest taking a rest in your room first, and then when you wake up, everything will have been sorted with the police.
I really could use some sleep. Murray's office is right. Huh. Someone shoved something under the door. I can help you prove your innocence because I believe in your innocence. But I have to be able to trust you too. We can't meet yet, which is why I'm just gonna send you clues. If you want to take up my offer, then you'll find the first lead at your father's grave. Huh, that's a bit confusing. Who's this message from? Murray? He doesn't have an interest in proving my innocence. And anyway, he would just tell me himself. But who else knows I'm living here in the hotel? I need to follow this up carefully. And I ought to find out where the graveyard is around here. Hi, Murray.
Oh, the esteemed Mr. Michaels. What's on your mind?
Is this note here from you?
Pardon? No, I speak to my guests personally when I've got something for them.
Was there anyone here asking for me earlier?
No, you're simply not well known enough. But that'll soon change, believe me.
Murray, do you know where the local graveyard is?
A graveyard? Didn't you want to take a rest?
I'm not up for resting anymore.
I'm sure you can't mean the graveyard behind the hotel. It's being redone right now.
It's being what?
I've had it removed for the time being so I can relocate it in a sensational new setting. It means I can charge more for some of the rooms with views over the Gordon graveyard.
You've had the Gordon family graves leveled?
To be quite honest, there was only Lothar Gordon's grave there, the founder of the original sanatorium. The family crypt is in the churchyard at Wormhill.
Ah, right. In Warm Hill, then. See you, Murray.
Back to work.
There are a few steps leading down behind the hotel. To the river, I reckon. She doesn't seem to be in. She doesn't seem to be in. Tom would like to see me. The sales girl. Do you have a moment, Inspector?
If you're quick.
Why do you dislike me?
I'm a cop. You're a criminal.
Come on, little bit of friendliness never hurt anyone.
Miss Valley was friendly.
It wasn't me! How many times do I have to tell you? My doctor, Winterbottom, has she been living in Willow Creek for long?
She moved here 10, 12 years ago.
Why? Because of the murders?
Ask her yourself.
What was it that brought you here?
I don't know what that's got to do with you.
What about your partner? He seems really busy.
Zach. He's not my partner, he's my constable. And yes, he's got lots to do, so don't disturb him.
And you really don't know who paid my bail?
It's paid to the court, not to me. I just got a letter from them saying I should let you go.
This here village, Willow Creek. Are there many criminals here?
Only since you turned up.
Does that mean it was quieter before? Not even a little bit of shoplifting?
Just normal village life. Punch-ups, rape, and drink driving.
So pretty much nothing happening. Why should I want to set fire to the castle?
Well, it could be because you were shipped off to America as a kid and had a miserable life there. Until you found out that you'd been taken for a ride your whole life. Then you came back to England to take revenge on your family.
What a load of crap.
So you finally admit it. It's all total bollocks. That's exactly why you have to see Dr. Winterbottom. And I'm gonna make sure that there are a lot more doctors taking care of you all day for the rest of your life. I can tell you why it was you. Because you're bloody mad. A nutter. You're obsessed with being a Gordon. A descendant of a murderous clan. It's some kind of justification for your irrational desire to burn and set fire to things. You pyromaniac.
It was Lewis. Damn you.
Oh yeah, the gardener. Then find him. He's disappeared without a trace since you've been here. Have you got him weighing on your conscience too? Spit it out.
What do you know about Warm Hill?
Warm Hill, the only village in England that's even smaller than Willow Creek. It's pretty much just a church and a load of corpses, some under the ground and some walking around on top of it.
Perhaps you can tell me where the nearest graveyard is?
Do you want to pay your victims a visit? Try Warm Hill.
Have there been any breakthroughs in Miss Valley's murder case?
We've arrested a suspect, a young American who was seen with her and asked her about the murders here in the village, probably with perverted intentions.
Yeah, I know. Anything else?
I just won't admit it. That makes me very sad.
Oh, just forget it then. Have you found out anything about my ancestry?
Yep, I've got a copy of Darren Michael's birth certificate here. Born on the 27th of February 1970 in Boston, Massachusetts.
And what about Adrian Gordon?
He's still dead in the Gordon crypt. That's what it says in the death certificate signed by Dr. Heinz Herman. Cause of death, 5th degree burns.
5th degree? In other words, only his ashes are left. How convenient. There are beer cans and fireworks lying around in front of the castle. Are there often parties up there?
Yes, but it's just a bunch of 14-year-olds. It's some kind of test of courage for them to piss over the walls of a haunted castle.
Is there nothing you can do about it?
What? Put up some portaloos?
How can I convince you that Angelina did all these things?
Make her confess.
She's dead, remember?
Then show me the corpse.
I'd love to, but she fell into the abyss.
Yeah, the lava. I know. Go and annoy someone else.
Why don't you just bring in a couple of earth movers and dig out the academy? You'll find the answers there.
And who's gonna pay for it? You? Apart from your statement, I've got no evidence to suggest that there's anything to be found there. You're not the most believable of people.
Have you even asked yourself why the ruins collapsed?
I even got experts in, and they were all in agreement that the ruins collapsed due to disrepair. It was all ancient and decayed. Nothing to do with an evil conspiracy.
That's all for now.
I'm keeping my eye on you.
Can I disturb you for a minute?
No?
I don't have any further questions, Faye. Doctor?
How can I help you?
What can you tell me about Warm Hill?
Well, not a lot, really. It's a little hamlet that belongs to Willow Creek. There are only a few people living there. Most of the houses are falling apart. I think it's where all the miners used to live.
Can you tell me where the graveyard is here in Willow Creek?
You'll have to go to Warm Hill. The graveyard's there.
Catch you later.
Take care.
No, I don't really... Hello? I didn't know that donuts was so popular in England.
I don't know, but I do know that Spooner loves them. Just as much as those cops in American TV shows.
And what does the dear inspector do when there aren't any donuts left?
He always gets what he wants. If need be, I bake him some.
Does Bobby work here too?
Not really, but I can't stop him from cleaning the tables all day long.
What can you tell me about Edward?
Let's put that another way. Why should I tell you anything about Edward?
Well, I just wonder what it's like working with him all day long. He's not the most easygoing of guys. I mean, a plank of wood would be more relaxed, don't you think?
He's my fiancé. Anything else?
Excuse me? You're engaged? Does that mean you intend to marry?
Got a problem with that? Then join the back of the queue.
Wow, that old woman sure left in a rush. Did I frighten her away?
Of course. You're the king of the nutters here.
Maybe I'll see you later. How you doing?
Wonderfully. What can I do for you, sir?
You and Denise are engaged.
Yes, our families have been friends for generations. We spent our childhood together, and we will spend the rest of our lives together, God willing.
God willing. And you? Is that what you want?
Of course. Denise's father has already made me manager of the cafe.
Well, that's certainly a reason.
It's a huge responsibility, but waiting tables means a lot to me. It gives me great joy to serve our customers.
Let me guess. You'd rather have become a butler.
Indeed, sir. But the position in the castle was already taken. Besides, Denise's father needed a successor for his business.
You actually wanted to work in Blackmere Castle?
Yes, sir. But her ladyship chose Sally instead of me. I still don't understand why.
Sally lost her life in the fire. You should be happy you didn't get the job.
Perhaps, sir, if you say so.
I'd better be going.
Please do us the honor again soon, sir.
I don't want... He's living in a lovely, colorful soap. According to the map, this stream's called Old Wansford. It's really overgrown back there. And foggy, too. It wouldn't surprise me if some undead ghouls suddenly started staggering about. Why should I go into the middle of the woods? There might be bells behind the slats. In that case, they are small auxiliary bell towers. A fortified tower with battlements. That might have been more essential than a bell tower. Warm Hill Church. 800 years old and no spire. Very unusual. quite a recent grave. There are even a few flowers still lying on it. That's quite a recent grave. Ancient headstones. It looks like the design hasn't changed in hundreds of years. This pot looks like it's been pushed in. Wonder if it was a hearse driver with parking problems. Gravestones without names. Gravestones without... Wow, the fence has really been battered. If we were in India, I would say it was a herd of elephants. This certainly isn't a well-groomed graveyard. Most of the graves are overgrown with twining weeds and roots. That's the Gordon family crypt. The musty skeletons of my ancestors are just behind this door. I'm not interested in paying them a family visit. That's William Gordon's grave, my great-grandfather. He died in August 1981. No idea why he wasn't buried in the family crypt. That's William Gordon's grave. The wall has collapsed right in the middle without having a demolition ball taken to it. Takes a few hundred years for that kind of thing to happen. Locked. That's probably the priest's house back there. Locked. This is where Miss Valley is buried, murdered by my cursed sister. Perhaps I should bring a few flowers the next time I visit. This is where Miss Valley...